I recently shared some insights on holding hands, building and engaging communities. And what was it about? It was at the third Nigeria Media Leaders Summit in Abeokuta. One of the key highlights that I gave to the participants was that one, if you want to build community, you need to build community as you go. Start where you are. Start with what you have. Identify who needs it and engage them. And then you build as you go. Don't wait for everything to be perfect if you want to build community. It's very important for you to be very agile when you are building your community. You know why? Nigeria is a very youthful population. We have a very young population. Over 50% of Nigerians are less than the age of 20. So they're not looking for perfection. They're looking for the right information, right solutions, right engagement, and somebody who talks to them, somebody who engages with them. There is a lot of activity going on in Nigeria. Did you know that for the first time in 2024, Nigeria electronic transactions was 1.07 quadrillion? This was from Nairametrics. I did not generate it. And they got it from the Nigeria Interbank Settlement System. So we are doing a lot of things in the private sector, and it can grow more. So why do I think that way? The media is powerful, and the PwC reports for media and entertainment projects that sector is going to be valued at 13.6 billion by 2028. What part of it do you want? How much of it do you want? That should influence how you tailor your messages. Another information that you might find useful is that there are 140 million smartphones in Nigeria for a population of 220 million people. I think we are making progress, especially as we've been rated as a medium income country by the Human Development Index. There are 38.7 million social media users and 107 million internet users. Nigeria is making progress. So if you want to build an audience, you need to be able to engage them digitally and master how to do it. Another data you might find interesting is that Spotify paid musicians 58 billion naira in 2024. So there's a lot of activities going on in the cultural and creative industries and in the media industries. The important thing is the times are changing. Things are no longer the way it is. Now we get information from the internet, from online sources. Build your own audience. How do you build your community? Quick one. One, have a clear strategy. Who do you want to deal with? For me as a person, I want to deal with entrepreneurs who are looking for solutions from practitioners, from people who have done it before, and people who can explain it in simple English, ABC. And you can use knowledge management. What do you know? How do you transfer the knowledge you know? How do you codify your information? For me, I do a lot of videos. I write a lot. And people wonder, why do you do it? I'm like, I know I've learned so much in the past 35 years. And I want to share it. How will I share it? Other than by sending out nuggets. I could write a book, but that will take some time. I will still write a book anyway. But here's the thing. I need to share nuggets. So I'm sharing it in bits and pieces. And besides, I've already written a PhD thesis. That's a big book. I should begin to publish it. Thirdly, so I've said two things. One, have a clear strategy. Who do you want to serve? What do you want to do? Two, use knowledge management. There are a lot of things you know. Share it with others. You can bring it out in nuggets, okay, so that you don't overwhelm them. And then also, be credible and authentic. Be a credible and authentic thought leader. Don't talk about things you don't know. I won't start telling you about science and innovation that I don't know anything about, but I can tell you about media, I can tell you about agribusiness, I can tell you about the creative industries, because I've been in the creative industries for more than 30 years of my life, right? And I've been in the agribusiness industry for more than 40 years, first as a child of a farmer who saw my father run his farm, start his farm, grow it, and then start processing oil. And then he died and we took over. And I also tried my own experiments with anti-healing foods. So I can tell you about agribusiness. I can write about my experience. I can share experience of others and compare with mine. So that's what it means to be credible and authentic. I can write about creative industries because I've worked in advertising, I've worked in media, I've done events, I've done events. I did the first ever Nigeria International Football Expo. I sponsored it with a fellow called Justin, my friend. So I've done things that I can talk about. An interesting thing for you is that when you're talking about the things you've done, you think it's nothing, but you'll be amazed how many people can learn from you. So I say to you, What have you done before? How can you share knowledge on it? Have a clear, consistent, and searchable message. Be very clear, be very consistent. Don't be all over the place, right? I talk about agribusiness. I talk about creative industries, and I also talk about circular economy. I talk about entrepreneurship, women and youth entrepreneurship, especially for those in those three sectors I mentioned. So I'm very clear, entrepreneurship and innovation in light manufacturing, agribusiness, and creative industries. That's really my core. If you check all the things I write, I'm talking about entrepreneurship, and I'm very positive about Nigeria. So I am clear, I'm consistent, and I try to be searchable. Show up in your true self. So this is me, really. This is me. I try to look good. I try to tell the truth. I try to share information that is real. I don't give you false hopes. I don't tell you that I can make you a billionaire in 3 days. No. I don't tell you that I can give you 100% return on investment in 1 month. No. I don't do that. I give you credible information and I show up in my true self. I'm struggling. I'm trying to run my business. I'm trying to teach. I'm trying to write. I'm trying to publish. I am very consistent. It's not easy. Entrepreneurship is hard. It's difficult. So I consistently make sure I mention that. Show up in your true self. Be consistent and have a strategy. That's how you build community. Before you know it, there'll be a group of people who are actually following you, who follow your message, and who take it away. I mean, recently someone sent me a message that, hi Ellen, I follow you on LinkedIn. When I saw the name and the message, I first thought, oh, this is scam. But I said, no, it can't be scam now. And then as we got talking, I realized that indeed it was that person. So some very notable person in society. And I said, I follow you. I see what you write about, and I'm very proud of you. And I like to do stuff with you. So that is the result of being consistent. And I said to myself that, okay, so this thing I'm doing in my little corner, it's impacting people. I better just keep doing it. And you have to keep doing it. It's very important. So if you're going to build a community, you have to speak to one person. You have to know who you are talking to. Make sure you are clear on your audience. Okay, what do they want to hear? What message do you want to give to them? Give it to them with value. And then make sure that you include your audience. So that's the EVI model. Empathy, right? Know their pain. No. I know a lot of people are looking for solutions to how to grow their business, how to run their enterprise properly. I know they're looking for value also. They are looking for relevance. They want information that makes sense, information that really, really solves their problem. I can't be everything to everyone. So for me, I'm focused on those entrepreneurs who are trying to grow their businesses. I'm not looking for people who want shortcuts. No, I'm looking for real, genuine people that I believe are in the majority of entrepreneurs in Nigeria. And I'm also giving them an opportunity to share their opinion with me, to have engagements with me, to have conversations with me. Some people send me DMs, they talk to me, they chat with me. If you ask me for what I can give you, I won't give you. If you ask me for what I don't know, I'll refer you to someone, or I'll tell you that, oh, I don't know, but perhaps if you check here, you'll find a solution. So I include them, I respond to them, I engage with them. I don't turn off my comment section. Sometimes I get negative remarks, or I get remarks that I don't agree with. Well, they're entitled to their opinion. Okay, so sometimes I respond, sometimes I just ignore. Remember, when you're engaging online, you don't know a lot of the people that are talking to you, right? So you just have to engage, give them a voice. Don't just ignore the comments, don't just ignore the feedback, you have to engage. So that's a wrap on what I shared on building communities and engaging them, holding hands. You really got to hold the hands of your community. I will come back to you with more information on how to work on digital businesses. In fact, I'm doing a series on digital business for women in the digital economy, right? How to grow your business using the digital economy. There's so many opportunities for asset-light business models, for growing in the digital economy, for exporting your digital products, for trading your digital products, working with payments operators, how you can be agents, so many opportunities for asset-light business models, especially in the digital economy. So I'll be releasing that series in June, so watch out for it. See you.